It's Notes of A Goon. I'm your host, Chris Vega. We're back. I'm joined, as always, by my stalwart producer, Michael Harrington. How are you, Mike?
Stalwart as ever, Chris.
And, of course, Zac Amico joining the show.
Hey, it's me.
Hanging out. We were talking about all sorts of shit in between shows.
Being silly geese.
Yeah, just really shrekking it up.
Yeah.
So I was actually talking about, I watched the New York City mayoral debate. Did you watch any of this?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It was the primary debate.
No, AEW Collision was on last night.
Oh, yeah. That thing that everybody watched.
I was drinking tequila and drinking Sprite as a chaser, and I ordered 7-Eleven because I was out of...
You ordered 7-Eleven?
I was out of mixers.
Okay.
And 7-Eleven's far from... 7-Eleven's is a real hike from me.
Okay. Now, you sent me a text, and it was a screenshot of what you were thinking about ordering to eat maybe a week ago.
Yes.
Which was a seafood calzone.
I did not get it.
Mussels, shrimp, and scungile?
Yeah.
Was it calamari in there?
Yeah. I was, as Chris knows, sometimes out on the road, I get a little squirrely.
Yes.
And I do some drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sometimes I drink.
Yeah.
And sometimes, hey, I like to destroy my insides.
Look, a gyro pizza makes sense.
And I was on the road and I saw a seafood pizza, which for people that are longtime fans,
it was a
seafood calzone.
Which
is for people that follow the show and follow our lives. Many years ago, I had sent you twice. I had ordered from what I can only assume was like $1 pizza.
Yeah, it was
Indian
definitely
place.
an Arab guy with some cans that were already open.
Seafood pizza.
It was called the Seasick Pizza.
It was called the Seasick Pizza, which probably, you know what, I will say on the record.
It literally told you what was going to happen.
On the record, I should have said, my tummy will not handle this well. But the problem was I ate half of it. Then I put half in the fridge, in the box, not even in like foil.
Sure.
Then ate the other half. Not thinking, hey, these are all canned seafood products.
Yeah.
Then I got it again.
Well, no. I want to point out that you ate half of it.
Yes.
Got sick.
Yes.
Like Homer Simpson, ate the rest of the sandwich.
Much like Homer Simpson with his giant sandwich.
And then ordered the same pizza again less than 2 weeks. You were out of commission.
Yes.
I had to fill in for you on Realize Podcast.
Yes.
Because you were shitting out canned scungili.
Yes.
And your wife thought you were in trouble.
Yes. All these things are true. So I'm on the road, and I say seafood calzone.
And I also saw the text a little late and was like, oh no, I hope he's okay.
And I sent it to you going, I got to be honest with you. I was really thinking about it. But then, because God is good, I saw they had gyro pizza.
Okay, so there you go. Gyro pizza.
Which I turned you on to hard.
It's very good. But I got to point out, the fact that gyro pizza, a pizza covered in gyro and white sauce and hot sauce,
is the healthy option.
Is the thing that's not going to make you sick, is a testament to your constitution. But also, you need to change your life.
Okay.
We're drinking Four Loko Gold.
You did not believe me when I told you on the road when we were in Jersey Shore. I saw gyro pizza, and I was like, dude, this is going to be so, because it's going to be a white pie with gyro meat, onions, tomatoes, and tzatziki.
And it was very good.
And it came with dipping sauce.
Yeah, and we murdered that pizza.
And it was a treat. So luckily I saw that. But I will say, so I was in Pittsburgh. And
by the way, ordering seafood anywhere in Pittsburgh is insane.
So that was also part of my thought process. Okay. But then, so I've joined not only Grubhub Plus, I am now an Uber One Plus. Okay. Which is also how I order cars. But I'm an Uber Eats Plus, so I get all these deals. And a lot of places do 2-for-1s. And I saw my gyro pizza, but I got to eat good. And I was sharing a room.
You're in Pittsburgh.
I was sharing a room with a very lovely gentleman of size by the name of Congo Kong.
Okay.
I'm sure you're familiar.
So you got 2 gyro pizzas is what you're about to tell me.
No. He and I looked at the menu, and they had 2-for-1 salads.
Oh.
And I said, let me get a salad, and we'll split them. And because he is my friend, and he had been very nice to me earlier in the trip, where they had tried to place me
So
in
hold
the...
on, I just want to put this. When you opened the door,
Yes.
and the delivery guy knew he was holding 2 salads, and saw you and a man named Congo Kong.
You can Google Congo Kong. Go ahead, go for it. And
I assume both in boxer briefs.
No, Kong has on basketball shorts and a sleeveless T-shirt.
Oh, it probably slides.
Yeah.
Because he was tapping that ass.
Congo Kong is a very lovely gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is.
He's a large gentleman.
That is my friend. Very, very sweet boy. And 2 of us sharing a room. And which, by the way, is funny in and of itself.
Yes.
And so we get our, I ordered my gyro pizza. And
2 salads.
we were going to be there for 2 days.
Okay.
And I went, let's just, because we'll cover lunch tomorrow.
Okay.
With 2-for-1 salads. So we each got a chef salad. And then they had something called steak mozzarella salad. And I went, well, obviously.
I have to see what this looks like.
It was $12, 2-for-1.
Okay.
I gotta see what this looks
so
like.
You got 2 regular salads.
With two chef salads.
And then, 2 chef salads, 2 steak mozzarella salads.
What a steak mozzarella salad was a chef, basic salad, so like basic greens, tomatoes, carrot salad, with just a bunch of steak, fries, and mozzarella on top. There we go.
Oh.
So I got 2 of those.
I mean, that's not a salad at all, but that does look tasty.
And then he got an Alfredo dish that was also cheap on the menu. It came to like $50.
That's not bad.
Because of the 2-for-1 deal. And then we had food we were in that hotel for 2 days, and it lasted us 2 days.
Okay.
And I will say, all great orders. Those, because they were making fun of me for my salad having fries.
Okay. Yes, I can see that.
But I did not ask for fries on my salad.
No,
I did not know I was in Pittsburgh where
fries come on everything.
Yes.
That's why they have the basement showers and toilets.
I was not going to mention that out of respect.
For who?
But I will say, from the episode of JCW Live in Pittsburgh, I would listen. Because I might bring it up. I might bring up how people use the bathroom in Pittsburgh. I would watch it. It's going to come out in the next week or 2. And I might even shout out somebody that we know for their Pittsburgh toilet in their house.
Okay.
And tell them that that's who taught me about it. And then say, that joke's for no one. On the air of a live wrestling broadcast.
It's clearly for me.
100% I did a joke just for you.
On a show that I don't watch.
I was going to send you a timestamp.
I mean, now I'll watch it.
So there's this thing I do where I will do a joke for no one.
I do it all the time.
And then send it to them.
It's called my act.
Yes. For like one time on commentary, we were doing a bit. We were doing a thing. There was a guy, the Florida man. And I just talked about my friend Seeger's dad, Larry. No one gets it. It's for no one. But I know my friend Seeger's dad, Larry, watches everything I do.
Okay.
Who's just an old carpenter from Florida who stood up and went, Zach's talking about me on wrestling. And was the happiest man
I'm sure,
that ever lived.
So
when you see JCW Live from Pittsburgh, that's coming out in the next week or 2, I would watch the beginning because I got it out pretty quick.
Okay. Got it done.
I got it out there because I realized as the broadcast was beginning, oh, where are we? Pittsburgh. I have a joke about that.
They call it Schittsburg for a reason, folks.
But I will say all those things were phenomenally delicious.
Okay.
I have mastered eating on my Uber One fucking 2-for-1s. Been having a good goddamn time.
Harrington, you seem like you need to say something.
Yeah, I mean, while we're in old business, just want to say what up to the Perryville Massive, which is a large contingency of the fire and a lot of parts of the municipal departments in Perryville. Come on out this Saturday. Justin Silver, Josie Marcelino, and Wolfgang Hunter going to be at Fifth Company Brewing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good for them.
Yeah. Oh, and you're still doing discount tickets for Baltimore FD?
Baltimore FD, Perryville FD. Literally, if you are a firefighter, hit me up. 2-for-1 tickets for anybody in the firehouse.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
And I will say, there's not the van I was packed in on JCW. Mm-hmm. The people they had me in the van with, and when we bumblefucked our way out of this van to go to Bojangles. If you saw the cast of characters,
I mean, you and Ricky Morton together walking into, and Violent J walking into a Bojangles.
Well, so Jay was on his van on this one. Me and Ricky Morton traveled together sometimes. Who is my buddy?
Okay.
Something about me really tickles him, and he
it's
really
your tongue
likes
in
me.
His asshole.
He really enjoys me, and has been really adamant about helping me with my health because he really likes me.
Okay.
He's a really sweet man. The crew that rolled out of this van, and Harrington, I hate to make you Google in real time. Me, Congo Kong, Willie Mack, Shane Mercer, and Sam Stackhouse. So I will say, you've seen Congo. Now do Willie Mack.
Willie Mack looks like Congo Kong.
Willie Mack, another very big, proud black man.
Yeah. And I'm a huge Willie Mack fan.
Shane, the nicest.
Okay.
I have so many. So we have a big JCW group chat, and Willie Mack only responds in voice memos.
Okay.
That's just him saying the N-word and then another sentence. Love him.
Yeah.
Now,
that's how fat black people talk.
Shane Mercer, who is jacked to the gills.
Okay.
Couldn't be. I don't think you could fit more muscles on a man.
Well, we were just talking about the enhanced games before the show. That's a big guy.
He's a big boy. And then Sam Stackhouse is the other person walking into this Bojangles. And if you want to look at Sam, you're going to go, oh, boy.
Yeah, I got to see this. Oh, boy.
That's the crew that fucking rumbles out of this passenger van.
That Bojangles was ready for war.
Yeah.
That Bojangles was ready to close.
Yeah. That Bojangles was like, fellas, I don't think we can handle whatever.
And if you want to see happiness, it's us waking up Willie Mack and going, where are we? And he goes, we go, Bojangles. And he goes, oh, fuck yeah.
It's like when the anchovies showed up in SpongeBob.
Dude, he was thrilled at the fun we had stopping at Bojangles. Just because what we, on the last few tours, and we have this coming up, it'll be all dates, but there'll be a travel day where one day is a nightmare.
Okay.
And we drove from North Carolina to Pittsburgh in a van.
I would need a shower in a basement after that, too.
And oh boy, would you. And we beat the van that left 4 hours before us because they had to stop and go to the gym.
Well, clearly you guys did not have to stop.
Our van did not have that problem.
No.
And we beat them. And they left 4 hours. And we had taken an hour stop at Walmart.
By the way, 4 hours at the gym is...
They also went and got...
For me, that's insane.
They went to the gym and they had a sit-down dinner.
Okay. But I just want to point out, like, I'm psychotic.
Yes.
And that's too long at the gym and dinner.
Well, these are all professional, like they're getting it in. And it was,
I worked in a wrestling company. If I was on gear, I would look like that the way I fucking work out.
Well, everybody, I think they took a lot more stops than us.
Okay.
I think we slept most of the way.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because I was in the front seat with our driver, Jeremiah.
Which, by the way, a van is fucking...
It's a passenger van.
Yeah, I know. I assume I know, like, not a Sprinter van, like a smaller van.
Yeah, no, it's a big passenger
3
van.
row of seats.
Yeah,
you got to recline the whole seat at the same time so somebody could sleep.
Yes.
Okay, there's like basically borderline.
And there was also skinny people. And Mecha Wolf was in there, and Jeremiah Lyons was in there, who's also a tiny guy.
And he had to drive.
And yeah, Jeremiah had to fucking drive.
Is he just a young boy? And they made him
No,
drive?
Jeremiah is a.
Okay.
He's just one of the drivers.
Okay.
He also smokes pot the whole time.
Okay.
Basically, with JCW, there's 2 vans. One smells like tanner and protein farts, and one smells like weed. And you don't know
regular farts.
And you don't know which van you're in until you walk in and smell it. Also, the brothers of Funstruction were in our van, who are huge.
Really?
Harrington, you look up the brothers of Funstruction. They are fucking enormous. They are deceptively enormous.
Really?
They're clowns, but they are big boys.
Okay.
Big, tall, fucking middle America fucking monsters.
So you guys all pile out of this van at this random Bojangles between North Carolina and Pittsburgh.
Is there a better picture where you can see how... It's Violent J's my size.
Yeah. Yeah.
In most occasions. And then maybe not in that picture. But they're both like 6'4".
Wow.
And we pile out of the van. We had such a long drive the one night. Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, those are large guys.
Well, that's...
I like that he's dressed as Bart Simpson's
video
bed
games.
in
That's W2K.
Okay, I was gonna say I like that he's dressed as Bart Simpson's bed.
They're huge, and dude, we took such a long drive the one day, and they are real brothers.
Okay.
We hit a Love's, a Sheetz, and a Wawa in one drive.
No rudders?
No. But, dude, one drive, Love, Sheetz, and Wawa. Do you know how long you have to drive to do that?
Yeah. To need that 3 times. First of all, to need that many shits.
Yes.
Need that many sandwiches.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Ooh. At that point, you're praying for a Buc-ee's.
By
the time you hit the fucking Sheets, you're going, where the fuck is a Buc-ee's?
We did do it. I did not get any Buc-ee's on this one. There was one car that did a Buc-ee's.
I more mean because Buc-ee's is
the
a
bathroom.
business. Yeah, it's
a bathroom business with a Walmart built around it.
Yeah. And to be fair, it deserves all of the praise it gets, but more so for the bathroom.
The cleanest bathrooms God has ever given.
Floor to ceiling fucking doors. People know, everybody knows you're there to shit at Buc-ee's, and nobody's judging anyone for shitting at Buc-ee's.
And they have jerky. They have
a jerky bar. They have a fudge bar. They have
a hot sauce aisle. What says more, you're here to shit, than a hot sauce aisle?
The fact that your marquee product is beaver nuggets?
The best.
They're pretty good. So
the last venue we did on the tour had one men's room with one John. Other than if you were in the Insane Clown Posse, who had their bathroom, which we respectfully, every wrestler can't use that.
No.
They'll be very upset.
Yeah.
When I say one men's room, one John,
which is crazy because there was no women.
Oh, we destroyed that one too before everyone got there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we walk in, we go, where's the men's room? We get in, every wrestler had just been in the car for 8 hours.
The heat coming off the shits made it look like an M.C. Escher painting in there.
And me and Congo Kong, who's currently on the shot.
Ozempic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's been cooking one for 8 hours. Both go to the bathroom. There's a guy in there. We had 20 minutes for what a bad boy. Joey Janela just fucking took a fucking monster dump. Cleared us out. We go in. I blew up this bathroom.
Sabu murdering piece of shit, Joey Janela.
I blew up this bathroom twice as they opened doors. And that was the only place for anyone to shit. And I'm talking 30 wrestlers and then 3,000 people. At halfway through the show, they closed the only John to say no one else can shit because it's too much in here. Also, no door.
Wow.
And I had a full dress on, to which Willie Mack later told me, man, I walked in, I was like, who's this big lady shitting?
He did not change his stance once you got out of the stall.
Yeah, and then he was like, I heard you in there. You were blowing that motherfucker up.
What is that, gyro pizza?
Willie Mack is the man. He's so... Everybody. I have never been a part of a roster of anything where everybody loves each other so much. We have a group chat that we talk to each other every day.
Really?
We're not working together. We just message each other all day.
That's great.
Like fucking... Like little kids.
That's great.
It's like being at camp. It's the fucking funnest. Sorry I hijacked your show with wrestling bullshit.
I love wrestling bullshit. I did want to talk about some of this mayoral stuff, but I enjoy the wrestling talk.
I'm here, buddy.
It is going to affect our lives. I'm sure you also dislike Andrew Cuomo.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. And did you see the thing where he spent millions of dollars to pay an ad agency to make it seem like he's inevitable?
Mm-hmm.
The last person whose strategy that was Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. Equally unlikable as Andrew Cuomo.
Some would say. I would say more for me, but...
You dislike...
I don't think Andrew Cuomo murdered anyone.
Well, all those old people.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. He murdered a lot of old people.
Yeah.
He didn't specifically have a list of people to murder.
Oh, no.
He had casualty. I'm saying there's a difference between a Kill Bill murder list and casualties.
Yeah. Hillary Clinton. Yeah, Kill Hill was is a real problem. But he's got but the mayoral debate was this thing where it was literally just everybody jumping down his fucking throat. And Harrington brought up this thing where it's like they asked everybody if they were where they were gonna go as mayor of New York as their first visit. I just want to ask you a question. Like, you've lived in New York City for 20 years now?
That sounds about right.
Close to it?
Yeah.
Do you want the mayor to visit other cities?
I have no interest in it. I would like him to fix the shit that's here. I would like to not be terrified to take the subway.
That was a big question, and all of them got kind of fucking housed on it, and they all kind of looked like idiots.
I don't know. How about... This is going to be controversial, Chris, and I apologize.
Okay.
Every time I see cops anywhere, like a big thing of cops, like there's always... It's 3 at a time... standing in a triangle looking at their phones.
Yes, sometimes they're playing Nintendo Switch.
And then you go up half a block and there's another 3 cops in a small triangle looking at their phones.
Yeah, and in between that is a guy doing heroin.
And then you go half a block and it's 3 cops standing in a triangle looking at their phones. How about, and this is going to be crazy, we just have cops walk up and down the trains.
Yeah, they should. Well, they all said that there's a policy that they have. So technically there is a policy for at night there to be 2 police officers on every train. That is not true. It is not.
I've never seen them ever.
No.
Ever in the history of, and it's been a while. I'm probably a few years out of train. I want to do it more. I'm trying to get back into walking places.
Okay.
And taking the train. It's been difficult for me. I have a fear. I have some PTSD shit.
A fear, or are you very, very fat?
That too.
Okay.
I
want to be clear that we're addressing both issues.
Yes,
you're trying to be
very
less
fat. I like taking cars everywhere. Yeah. Also, I had a giant meltdown on that subway shooting that was a block from my house.
Okay. My girlfriend also did that.
My wife was on the train at the time.
Okay.
I have a friend who's a chief of the fire department, called me and said, call your wife, tell her to get off the plane. Get off the train, because the report they got was there's a shooter and bombs.
Okay.
And I was in line at TSA on my way to a gig. Had to call my wife, say, get off the fucking train. She had already gotten to work. For some reason, that fucked me up.
So my chick, she won't get on the train at all. Your lady will still get on the train.
She takes the train, yes.
So my chick will not get on the train anymore because that happened. That fucked her up a little bit. And then she missed the Q train that was 2 weeks later where the guy, she was on the way to work. She missed the Q train. and a guy got shot on the train she missed.
Yes.
And then she got stuck on a train, and she won't get on the subway at all. I get on the subway, it sucks. And it's crazy. Every car is a smelly car now.
There has been a great decline in the upkeep of trains in the last few years, and I am very upset and don't want to fuck with it. I'm trying to get back into it as part of my general routine and to save money and to be healthier.
Yeah. It's expensive to take a fucking cab to work every day.
I am well aware. But yes, I am very apprehensive still.
Sure.
And I think that it was the pandemic.
Okay.
It was the post-pandemic, the train has just been a fucking cocksucking nightmare.
Yes. And so what I'm saying is I watched this debate. These people barely address this, which I would say is...
Because it's something that affects the lives of everybody in New York.
It's a top 5 concern for everyone in New York. Like, even if, like, Harrington, you take the subway, what, once a month, maybe?
No less.
Okay. But, I don't take the subway that much anymore because the subway became... I mean, I'm less scared of homeless, crazy people because my mom was one. But the subway just doesn't work. That's why I ride a bike everywhere. Like, I'm not going to take cabs back and forth from Manhattan constantly. So it's like, but the subway is... I've had to cancel spots, I'd say 7 times in the last 4 months because it's like they're just kind of far. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to bike. I'll just take the train. And then the train just is like, nah. And it's 7 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, they have not addressed this. Cuomo, again, who's the front runner, who's like, I'm going to fund this. He's cut the MTA budget multiple times, hundreds of millions of dollars. You're not doing this at all. And not one of them said, we're going to make sure that they're spending the money on the things that we want them to. Not one of them said, I have a plan to make sure the MTA actually spends their money on, not random, it cost $500 million to put that Omni in. And now they want to get rid of it. They want to get a new system. And it's like, well, you just spent $500 million on this. It's like, can we do fucking anything else with that $500 million? First of all, Metro cards worked. This is slightly more convenient, but what's incredibly inconvenient is getting on the train and then it not going to the place. That's what trains are for.
Yeah, but I think what we really need to focus on...
That and getting some frigid white ladies to eventually come.
What we need to focus on is Corinne Fisher's plan is to let drunk ladies do whatever they want and then call it rape. I think Corinne Fisher's plan for New York City...
I did see that video today.
Where you
could
black out, where you could just black out, and then you are not responsible for the alcohol you put in your body.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think she got canceled for blacking out.
I think...
It's a deep cut.
I think the most important thing in New York City right now is not the trains, it's not heroin, it's not our parks falling apart. It's that whores who get drunk and fucked need to wake up the next morning and put that guy in jail. Thank you, Corinne.
Can we watch that video, Mike?
That won't be a conflict of interest for you at all, right?
This comes up on the show from time to time.
That's not a controversial opinion, right? No, I agree with Corinne. You can be an absolute fuck pig and just get blackout drunk. But if some guy puts his dick in you while you're somebody fucks me, the next morning you should be able to ruin his life.
Zach, I very rarely back away from you on stage.
I'm doing a bit. None of that's real.
Out against a legal loophole that continues to fail New
Pause this real quick.
Particularly.
Why is your friend dressed like a Catholic schoolgirl while she delivers this rape speech?
I couldn't tell you why my professional comedian friend can't deliver a 8-word speech without looking at her phone in a Catholic schoolgirl outfit. Who knows?
Okay, let's watch this again.
women, college students, and members of the nightlife and hospitality industries. Right now, under New York state law, if you are raped while voluntarily intoxicated,
I love
Pause.
that. I love that there's a
recognize-
priest.
If you're going to give a speech about rape, should you not say to the lady next to you, hey, can you not wear your silly glasses?
Well, also, why is there a priest behind her? Why is Don Magic Wand? Deacon Don Magic Wand right behind her.
Also, dude, there was a bigger scene at the protest when they made juice and Four Loko illegal in the same park than the people that are standing behind Corinne. And by the way, curtain aside, she's right, and she's making a very good point, and I support her very much, and I think Corinne's a great person.
Yes.
And I really do respect her. I think she's a great person and a funny comic and a good person, and I love her very much.
Mm-hmm. Two truths and a lie.
But it is fun to make fun of this thing.
Yes, it is very fun to make
This
fun of.
this segment is not about shitting on somebody who's a good person,
No.
who has great intentions and is an admirable person.
Again,
This
that's
bit-
why Harrington's got that shower in the
This bit is finding the silly in something very, very serious, which I think is
Which,
very
by the way,
funny.
I did not know this was a law. We'll let her explain the law.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was a good track back, right?
it as rape. Let that sink in. If someone drugs
That's
your
what they told
drink,
her.
you're protected. But if you choose to have a drink and are later sexually assaulted, lawyers can argue that you're just a party girl who had some regrets the morning after.
Well,
This is
hold
called
on.
The voluntary.
Are they checking your DoorDash from Walgreens?
And this $50 charge. Ma'am, it says here you ordered the morning after pill, a Pedialyte,
It says here
and
that you threw yourself down the flight of steps while eating a seasick pizza.
yeah, I see here you have ordered a Pedialyte, a $50 morning after pill, and a 4-pack of cinnamon donuts.
It's
What we call in the court system the party girl special.
you ordered duct tape, a butt plug, and 3 tins of Zin. But
Keep it going.
Yeah, let's watch some more.
Intoxication exclusion, and it's not just an archaic legal loophole, it's a dangerous one. It sends the same message that survivors have heard time
Pause.
and time again.
I love that this one woman matched her wig to the priest's shirt.
But dude, why Corinne looks like Adam Rose in NXT? Like, why does she have this ragtag? Like, there's easily off camera, there's an Easter bunny.
Yeah, why is Corinne dressed like she's in the hand job maiden's tale?
Oh man! All right, let's.
Don't worry, Harrington. This won't come back on you whatsoever.
But to be fair, we're making fun of her,
But we are saying
But we
she-
are. Oh, by the way, I think Corinne had a great policy proposal for thing, and I said it to her when she was on the show a couple weeks ago, and I said she said that you should be able to write off volunteering for a nonprofit, and
I think it's great.
I actually think that's a fucking great thing because that actually gives working class people an opportunity to get
To write off shit that rich people would write off by throwing money at.
by throwing money at, and it incentivizes you to do a good thing.
I think
it's
that's
not
great,
like she
yes.
does not have bad.
I actually think Corinne is very intelligent and has great ideas.
Yes.
I just like making fun of things.
Yeah.
Not Corinne. I like making fun of things.
I also think Corinne is a thing, and all women. Let's watch the rest.
Again, it was somehow your responsibility to not be the victim of a crime. And it lets perpetrators already on a sick quest for control know that they can continue to exploit someone's intoxicated state with little to no legal consequence at a time when our city's newspapers feature headlines like "Murders Down, Rapes Up."
Pause.
That's the way I like to fuck.
It really is catchy. Like, murder's down, rape's up. It does sound like it's a call and response.
Yeah.
Like when I say murder's down, y'all say rape's up. Murder's down,
Rapes up.
murder's down,
Rapes up.
murder's down.
Rapes up.
All right, let's get into it. Let me clear my throat.
Let me clear your throat.
If y'all a lady doing it all by yourself and some motherfucker comes and takes your pussy, let me hear you say yeah.
Oh, God.
If you a motherfucker trying to get laid and she say no, so you just take that shit, let me hear you say yeah. Keep it going, Harrington.
Has had multiple chances to fix this loophole, and the Assembly's failure to bring it to vote is a betrayal of the people they were elected to protect. We are calling on Speaker Hasty and the Assembly to act now. Survivors deserve justice. Yes. New Yorkers
Pause.
deserve a legal system.
Why do the people behind her look like the California raisins?
That priest really looks like the California raisins with the orange sunglasses.
Heard it through the rape vine. I don't know if this is funny to anyone else.
I mean, it's.
I'm having the time of my life.
I think what I've noticed from every time we do a podcast together is that people just. Holy shit!
Please, God.
People just seem to like watching us have a good time.
Well, God, I hope they're enjoying this one. Heard it through the rape vine. God.
Slav says to let you guys know we find this hilarious.
Oh, thank you, Slav.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Doug.
We knew you were the target.
Oh, we're
audience.
live?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. I had no idea. I thought this was a recording.
Yeah, no, we're live.
Oh, good. Great. Fantastic.
Chat's lit up.
Good. Great. I hope everyone's having a good time.
Phone lines are slammed, guys.
Hell yeah.
If somebody wants to call in and ask me and Zach rape advice, you can do it. Right.
I mean, we
now.
got to finish this video.
573 gas.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're not going anywhere. We're fucking locked in.
Yeah. That's not 573 gaslight. That's 573 gas line.
Yes.
That recognizes the reality of sexual violence and refuses to tolerate it in any form. And remember to please keep survivors in mind as you rank your 5 mayoral candidates in the primaries on June 24th. Thank you so much. I'm here to say.
Shout out Corinne, baby.
She is.
We love you.
I mean, she is correct that should not be a thing that can
Yes.
be brought up in court.
Without
If
a
you-
shadow of a
if
doubt.
you've been drinking,
yeah.
you should. If a woman has been drinking, I should not just be able to rape her. I should have
Yes.
to buy her another drink.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I should.
And
have,
I think
I should have
exactly
to
what
spring for
Corinne
$1
said.
slice in an Uber.
I think exactly what Corinne said should apply because you're not responsible. And then also, if she gets in a car, that wasn't her fault either.
Oh, if the car rapes her.
I mean, that would be tough.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe Rodimus
Probably
Prime
be a
did
Tesla.
that. Why? Yeah. Why would you think that one of the Autobots would rape you? They're the good guys. I'm still gonna probably vote for her.
I love Corinne. I really actually respect Corinne. I think she's a bad bitch.
I actually really like her as a person.
Yeah, me
like
too.
that
I
she-
really
I like
like
that
her.
she did the whole thing.
I really like her.
Yeah.
As much as it is fun to shit on things, I really like her. She's the best.
Clean that up for you, Harrington. Right? You still keep getting paid. Okay, good.
See, we care about you.
Yeah. So Harrington has switched from really hating trans people to hating the Jews,
Okay.
and
I get it.
yeah, it's fine. He
Lateral move.
he blows with the wind.
Whatever way the wind blows.
Yeah.
Whatever Twitter tells me to hate today, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah. You had a point where we were talking about this, Mayoral. They all said they were going to go to Israel. What was it? 5 out of 6 candidates?
No, I think there was 9 candidates on stage,
Okay.
and 5 of them said Israel.
5 of them said that they would visit Israel as the first country they visited as the mayor of New York City, and
Are you sure they weren't checking their pussies to make sure they're Israel?
I got that joke. Harrington did not. It's because you're obsessed with trans issues, you see, and the Jews. Because, by the way, how come all these Republicans have stopped caring about trans things, and they just seem to only care about the Jews?
They've moved on.
Yeah. It's very odd.
Probably because Jews aren't murdering a bunch of babies right now.
The Jews are not doing that.
No, they're not.
Trans women are certainly not doing that.
No.
Trans women can't. They swallow plenty of babies.
Yes.
But they do not murder babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to point that out.
Yeah. No one's murdering babies.
Well, we were talking about
Not giant groups of people making sure babies die.
what's one guy pushing buttons, really?
Moving on.
We have a drop for that, don't we? So back to the Jews.
Yeah, of course.
So, why is a fucking mayor? It's like you said, just fix the subway, and also I don't want any Italians to run anything.
No.
Giuliani was our last Italian mayor, and look how he turned out. He was fine at the time, I guess. Not
Yeah,
great.
we gave him a lot of credit until we found out when they were like, hey, all the firefighters need walkie-talkies that work. And he was like, what for? And then, we gave him a bunch of heroes welcome, and then we found out he was the one that was like, what do they need to hear each other? What communication could they possibly need?
And then he allowed all of the cable companies to get rid of illegal cable boxes by saying that the analog boxes were interfering with firefighter communications.
Yes.
During 9/11.
Yes.
And he completely allowed that to happen.
Yes.
And now none of us have a hot box.
Yes.
To be fair, he's the reason why we all have to pay for 17 different streaming networks now.
Yeah.
And I
a
blame
real cunt of a human being.
Real dog shit person. Really tried to fuck that child in that Borat movie.
That was a setup, but other than that, I'll give it to him.
Well, I just don't understand why you start pulling your cock out.
He wasn't. He was just relaxing. That was a setup.
All right. Oh,
I will defend Italians from sex stuff. It's the real
Not
stuff I
Cuomo.
care about. Well, we'll see. Let's move. Let's keep it moving.
No. Cuomo, I said this to his... By the way, there's no way he didn't sexually assault that lady. She was in here.
He was just being Italian.
Zach, she was in here, and it took all of my willpower to not sexually assault that lady. She is very pretty.
All right, well then, who can blame him?
I can. Don't do that. You're the governor.
But he's an Italian.
An Italian.
They're subhuman.
Correct. This is an Italian speaking to another Italian.
They're
about
not people.
How we're not people.
They're chuds.
We're not you.
They're underground humanoid dwellers.
This is why you should not be the mayor of New York City.
I certainly should not.
Yeah.
That's why Corinne should be, and not me.
Yes. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. Jews more people than Italians.
I'll take it.
Okay. Was there anything else we needed to talk about tonight?
There was more. We just started a story.
Did we? About the mayorship?
No, another thing, didn't we?
Did we? Harrington, cue up something to watch.
Yeah, come on, let's keep it going. I'm not done yet.
Yeah, we're having a show.
So
You might have to go get us beers while we yap, though.
No. We're gonna make him do that.
All right. You might have to go get Ralph's tequila.
I drank all that.
Damn it. Ralph. Harrington?
Yeah, so I had I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. This was my favorite moment from the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that we were talking about them going to Israel.
Oh, yeah. Which I don't...
Thank you, Mr. Blake.
The people who don't feel safe are young women, mothers, and grandmothers around Andrew Cuomo. That's the greatest threat to public safety in New York City. Now,
Safety. Thank you.
That is pretty funny.
Very funny.
Yeah, very funny. That guy fucking rules. You said you're getting him on Godfrey's podcast?
He said I reached out to him. He said, thanks, King. So I think I think that's as close to a sale as we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And he said,
Did he say nice triceps?
No,
That's a
but
callback.
he did give me a date.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, I'm looking forward to him cutting it up.
That's gonna be great.
Him
yeah.
and Dante, the breaking down what's best for the city.
I think that's a great idea. All right.
I support it 100%.
100%. Harrington, did you have anything else you wanted to get to today? I feel like we've done a long show, right?
We've been on for about 45 minutes.
Anybody in the chat need to hear anything?
Anybody want to call in? They need some advice. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, the phone lines are slammed, but nobody's asking for advice, so can't go to those. Okay. So I had a couple things. One, the total insured deposits in the United States is now at 10.5 trillion. The FDIC insurance fund, which insures up to 100,000 of those dollars per account.
Fat dickhead in charge insurance.
Yes. That is only at 140.
Chris Stanley is running the government?
That's only at about 140.9 billion in that fund, which means there's about a penny for every dollar that the FDIC says they will insure.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably a bad thing for when there's another bank run, which will happen.
I was going to say, is it now the time to get your money out of banks?
Where are you going to put it, Harrington? Also, you don't have any money. Alex has all your money.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah.
That's how Italian men are. You come home, you give the paycheck to your wife, and then you get beer money.
Yeah, you throw her like $3,000 on Christmas. She sucks your dick in front of the tree.
Yeah, you know, you got to ask how much.
That's fair. I personally don't trust my girlfriend with any money.
I saw this one. I think is this is Mike's conspiracy corner, I guess, strictly for the Israelis.
It used to be trans conspiracies, so I'm much more am inclined to believe a Jewish conspiracy than I don't think trans people can get anything done. Oh, we have a phone call?
Hello, Jews, you're online.
Hello, Jews, you own the line. Hello? It's going to be Slav, so just tell him to call Zach's cell phone.
Everybody's phone is charging in the other room. Hello?
Hello, one of 7 people that calls us this late.
Hello, Jews and trans. Oi, 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 used to be a boy, boy, boy. You're on the line.
Schmear it is, schmear it out.
Yeah. Have a vagina. You're on the line. Jews and trans. Orthodox cutting cocks.
Jews
and trans, we finish your breast. Go ahead.
Is it a girl or a boil? Call a moil.
Hello, Jews and trans, star Diane. You're on the line.
Turn your radio down.
Sir. Sir or sir. No women listen to this. Who are you and what are you talking to us about?
Hi, some dude or Aaron.
Yeah, I had a drinking question.
Go.
Okay.
So you guys grew up on the generation of vodka and Red Bulls?
Yes.
And Jaeger bombs?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm trying to get it more into bars. Celsius and tequila.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, that's fine with me, man. If it makes you happy and that's the recipe where you feel you can function, go nuts.
I think he's complaining that bars don't have Celsius.
Oh, are you saying bars need to have it?
Yeah. And I actually don't disagree with that.
Yeah, it's the Red Bull has got too much of the sugar. The vodka that they use is usually too much of shit. Even though the tequila and the well probably already shit anyways.
What about a vodka and White Claw?
Ooh, I was doing Campari White Claws during the pandemic. I have a problem.
I would say vodka White Claw might be the answer to your question.
Well, what is it? Down here in Austin. Well, I call it Faxton, but
Why do you call it that?
There's a lot of facts.
It's Sodom and Gomorrah down here, brother. I'm surprised we don't have a hurricane pop up here for no reason, like Katrina. But down here, there's these guys who make hard AF seltzer. They have a show here, Drinking Bros.
Uh-huh.
They literally started making their own 8% seltzer because they were sick of constantly putting a shot of vodka into their White Claws, like I used to do.
Okay.
That's my move. I usually do a shot and a seltzer, and I mix it. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's easier. And then also, like, I would say what's the Eddie's lemonade or Eddie's
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
No, it's Eddie's.
No, Deep Eddies.
Yeah, Deep Eddie's. That's a real good shot to do with the
No, but he's saying he
What
wants
do I
the
call it?
Celsius for the caffeine.
Oh, for the caffeine.
Yeah, which I think, I don't see why. I mean, you'd have to convince the fine people at Celsius to start bringing, like, Red Bull just brought a bunch of coolers of Red Bull to bars, and then that's how that happened.
And what is your issue with Red Bull?
Yeah, it's too sugary.
Oh, my issue is it's just like way too sugary.
Oh, do sugar-free
and
Red Bull.
No, but that's aspartame, and I don't do any of that. Like, the only artificial stuff I put on my body is alcohol.
Okay.
And Celsius.
And Celsius. But
I don't think anything that's in Celsius is better than anything that's in sugar-free Red Bull, dog.
But Celsius,
Yeah.
Celsius is also it's got a bit of a lighter flavor, but it's got like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I forgot how much is in a Red Bull, but
Look
it
that
also
up,
has
Harrington.
but it also has like those like green tea extracts and stuff in it that literally help you metabolize faster. So it's
Wait, in Celsius? By the way, Celsius is not as good as any of the other energy drinks. If I'm going to drink a thing that's not coffee for caffeine, you better have some fucking L-carnitine or fucking taurine or fucking cocaine
I mean, why do you think Gio Perez, he drinks the fuck out of Celsius, and Celsius now has a cherry cola
Are
flavor.
you saying that I should listen to a Dominican ex-con over my heart?
I mean, for certain things, not for life advice.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, but Celsius now has a cherry cola flavor, and that shit rocks with a wild turkey rye 101.
Okay.
I would tell you, my friend, just do a 5-hour energy. And Liquid Death has a bunch of new flavors. And I think that might be a better fit for you. Liquid Death has a bunch of soda flavors now, and they're really good. And, dude, Liquid Death rules.
Also, I'm going to throw this out there. No bar is going to give a fuck if you bring your own Celsius.
Yeah, I would say that's fair, too.
Like, if you bring a Celsius and you go, hey, give me a double vodka in a pint glass on ice and pour this over it.
And throw the person a $5
I think
or a $10.
I bet you don't even, if it's a bar you're a regular at and you're just like, I kind of just want this. Obviously, tip your bartenders, but
Yeah, tip them well. I don't think they're going to give a hoot.
Yeah, if it's somebody who knows, if it's a place that knows you, and then you just become. I had a guy because we have a Red Bull at on the gun, and it's like fine. But I had a guy who was bringing in his own Red Bulls, and I never gave a shit to do Red Bull vodkas, and I literally would just be like, I don't care. I'll just charge you for a double vodka. Who cares? Same thing. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think you can find your way around it. But I appreciate you calling, Bubba.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I don't think the stimulant problem is not really a problem for me because, like, I haven't been to the doctor in a while and don't have medical insurance, but I have a huge stockpile of amphetamines, like the pinkies.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I really want to get
have brought us none all the times we've
I
seen
have.
you in Austin.
I've offered you guys it all the time at Skankfest.
We've both been to Austin recently, sir.
Well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Give us a code name so we remember who you are. What name would you like to remember?
It's Slav.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be nice about it. But...
Good night, bro.
No, it's cool. I love you guys.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah, dude, please get Angela on Spook Show from Dave Landau's show.
Absolutely, I'll work on it.
Good night. Harrington, anything else you want to touch on tonight?
Yeah, so I was bringing up this conspiracy theory about a news cycle reset.
Okay.
Every time there's like major news coming out of Israel or out of the war that's making Israel look not great, there's something else that dominates like any kind of SEO related to it. So the examples that were brought up in this piece were Israel shooting at foreign diplomats who came under fire on an official visit to the West Bank, right? So these are foreign diplomats who were shot at by Israelis. Then the next day is when those 2 Israeli embassy staffers.
So you're saying that the Mossad shot at Israeli embassy staffers to
2 non-Jewish Israeli embassy staffers.
Okay. To cover up this other thing in Israel.
To cover up them shooting at foreign... Like, that's a big news story. If
I think
you're shooting at foreign diplomats.
I think they're both big news stories. One happened in the United States and one did not.
Right.
I think
what Harry's trying to say is every time there is very negative news about Israel, another thing immediately happens to flush that out of the news cycle. In the same way that I recently have thought that, boy, the Impractical Jokers must be happy about Diddy.
How crazy, we said this on this show, I don't know if you were here, how crazy is it that 0 members of the Legion of Skanks, or really any of our very close friends, have been Me Too'd, and multiple Impractical
2 of the 4, half.
Yeah.
Half.
And I assume it's not Sal.
No, it's not. It's never going to be Sal.
Probably
Sal plays it close. Sal's playing a good game.
And possibly Murph. I don't know who actually. I don't know anything.
Q. Q's the other clean one.
Okay.
And Murr and Joe.
Is his name Murr?
Murr.
It's not Murph?
I spent a lot of time in hotel rooms. It's Murr.
Okay.
And everything they got for. We've done a big Impractical Jokers deep dive on Morning Zoo. Once again, not to bring it back, but basically they've been charged with being Italian. And also they're improv guys from fucking Staten Island. Yeah, they didn't get pussy for 30 years. So when pussy was presented to them, the second they got famous, they got a little too excited. And that was 15 years ago.
Can you imagine living in Staten Island and openly
No,
doing...
you can stop there.
Fair. But imagine openly doing improv.
They're improv guys from Staten Island. They suffered for decades.
So
they get famous. Some pussy comes their way. They got a little too excited about it.
Sure.
That all is in the fucking rear view. Most of the shit they got Murph for was like fucking 12 years ago. The first season of the show.
What was it? What was the
Some lady who may have been a little young was messaging all of them, calling in, doing meet and greets, and she messaged him and was like, I'm blah, blah, blah years old. And he went, oh my God, don't message me until you're 18.
I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's...
my day was called putting a pin in it.
Yeah. I believe me and Harrington once said Justin Roiland, even if he wanted to fuck that lady, which apparently he did not fuck that lady, why... If I got a DM from a 16-year-old girl, no matter how, sweetheart, no matter how attractive I thought she was, I think I would block them. I'd be like, oh, that's very nice. Thank you. Block. Set an alarm.
Set, hey, Siri.
Hey, Siri, let me know when this bitch is
legal tender.
Old enough to pee?
Yeah. Hey, hey, Siri, let me know when this girl is 18 years and 1 minute old.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch the grass grow, Siri.
Hey, Siri, can you set an alarm that says play ball?
Yeah.
So that was what one of them got.
Okay.
It's all very, I would say, up in the air, but they have to be I mean, everyone forgot about that shit in Diddy shit. Like, they have to be so glad.
Oh, that Diddy happened?
They must thank that. If I was Joe, I would get up every day and stand on the balcony of the hotel room that of the city I was touring in and look at and praise the sun and go, thank you, sun god, for Sean Diddy Combs and his baby oil exploits for getting me out of the fucking news cycle for my non-crime.
Well, let's talk about like some more of the Diddy stuff. We talked about this on High Society earlier tonight, where it was like fucking the Diddy overlap with Weinstein. But do you know about the Trump one?
No.
Apparently, the guy who shot at Trump's golf club and like got caught also got raped by Diddy.
This guy was raping.
Dude, Diddy was like,
this guy's like Forrest Gump though. That's crazy to have those two. That's like a Forrest Gump kind of thing where like you can't be part of both parts of his history without being a savant.
Or maybe Diddy fucked him so good that he thought that anybody who didn't vote for Biden won black.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's a special journey.
Did you see?
That's a Robert Zemeckis movie.
By the way, Harrington, did I send you the clip of Cameron with the guy,
The Punisher?
who was in the Freak-Offs?
The Punisher.
Yeah, have you seen it?
You sent it to me, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did send it to you.
I've been talking about the Punisher. There was a guy in the Freak-Offs, and his name is the Punisher.
Harrington, did I send it to you? The Cameron clip? I feel like I must have. I send you so many things. I know I sent it to Zach.
Yes, you did send me that Cameron clip.
Yeah, let's watch that real quick.
Did you know that's so we brought this up on Godfrey. That's Godfrey's boy.
Can you get him on
Diesel.
this show?
Diesel. Wait, the Punisher's Diesel?
Oh yeah. So he called him. He's like, yeah, that's my boy Diesel. I guess he goes by the Punisher now.
At Freak-Offs.
He said, I gave him his whole persona. Like, this dude is just doing a Dante impression, according to Dante.
Really?
But yeah, I'll ask him if we can get him on.
Wait, whoa. Wait, Dante taking credit for this? I'm so sorry. I'm so I love Dante so much.
I love
Dante rules. Dante the man.
I want to point out that Dante Nero is legitimately one of the most far ahead comics who's nice to everybody who just starts.
100%.
Treats you like an equal.
I had done my first ever show, and Dante spoke to me like a peer and an equal and a human being.
Loves booze, loves partying, is a fucking sweetheart.
Love Dante. Is Dante saying that he trained the Punisher?
Yeah.
All right, now let's watch this clip of this guy who went to Man School 101 and has been on Cameron's podcast.
Man, if you want to have a bitch and she's like, give me a sandwich, you buy her the sandwich. You give her half the sandwich. And she try to eat, be like, no, bitch, you got to fuck me. And if she don't fuck you, you take back your half a sandwich.
By the way, Cameron also did in Paid in Full. It's just, you can't have no ribs. You can't have no fried rice until you suck my dick. Let's watch this.
Dude, I ain't knocking you, my nigga. How was that pussy, though?
I mean, bro.
By the way, look at Cameron's face knowing what he's doing.
Bro, was the pussy good for your family? Let's stop the political shit. We was Harlem time, my nigga. You 39th Street on 40th. Was the pussy, how was that pussy, my nigga?
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I couldn't get there, bro.
Pause.
Like, I got to do.
Yeah, pause. You couldn't get there? That bitch is hot.
This
I
guy's
bet the pussy was good.
This guy's dick is enormous. And I will base it on this. Bring him back up. And this is a very new theory I have based on dicks. It might be black dicks. Bring him back up.
It's only based on black dicks.
Ears.
Okay. No, I mean, I've heard that before.
Who else has a giant ears?
Will Smith?
Scorpio.
Okay.
From ECW.
Okay.
And we'll bring it up at the end. My friend Willie Mack. And we can
So
bring
you
this
got
full
two
circle.
Scorpio's dick.
I asked him. because Colt Cabana does a gimmick in JCW where he's Officer Colt Cabana, and he pulls a giant flashlight out of his pants that I have started calling on the air Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
And Willie Mack heard me say that and went, man, I wrestled Scorpio. And he did his leg drop gimmick, and I felt his leg hit me, and then I felt something else hit me in the jaw. And I went, that's the real Scorpio. And he recently said that, and it's on Botchamania. So while we watch this, please, Harrington, look up Willie Mack talking about Scorpio's dick, and that would be a great way to end the show.
Yeah. And then let's watch the rest of this clip, too.
Yes, please.
Because this is fantastic. Just Cameron just being like, I'll be honest, he might be the best journalist of our day right now.
He's our Cronkite.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I trust him.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Let's watch the rest of this.
Pacing back and forth, beating his joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My peripherals, my spider senses is wilding. You know what I'm saying? And especially when I found out it was Puff. When I found out it was Puff, it got all the way worse because if you grew up in Harlem, if you grew up in that era, I can't validate it, but
Pause
everybody
this real
knows.
quick. We've now found the only black guy who can't fuck with another guy pacing back and forth in the room. Okay, back to this.
That's why they're called the Pacers.
Yeah.
There's rumors, right? There's rumors that he could be, interested in dudes. So the whole time I'm semi-paranoid. Like I wrote in my book, bro, for real. I got a hearing problem.
Yeah, I ain't knocking you, my nigga. How was that pussy?
That's the whole thing. He has a hearing problem.
What are you afraid? He's not going to hear the man in his ear going, now bend over?
Yeah. What do you think's going to happen? By the way, you paid to do a job. Maybe do your job.
You show up. Hey, listen.
Show up for work, buddy.
Hey, you shut up for work.
I feel like Cameron, that's what he left out there, because I feel like Cameron, if it was him, had this been Dante would have an answer for how was the pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd be like, pretty good.
I will say one of my favorite pussy stories that I cannot repeat right now.
Of course not.
My first thing when I told Dante that story was like, yeah, but
Corinne got drunk.
He goes, yeah, but how was the pussy? And I went, really good. He goes, yeah, I thought so.
I've told you, I must have told you this story about my buddy G, who Harrington knows, who I met the most racist human being I've ever met, and he left seeing me talk to this woman who then told me said atrocious thing, to the point where she got 86 from the bar we were in, and he called me the next day. He goes, "You smash?" And I tell him the whole story. He goes, "I ain't an asshole. I asked if you smash," and just hung up on me.
I will tell you after the podcast, but I think you know who that story's about.
Of course I do.
But did you find Willie Mack talking about Scorpio's dry cock?
I believe so. Is this the clip you were talking about?
Yep.
Let's go.
Your dream match is with Too Cold Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you want to see his giant penis?
No, I actually wrestled him, and
You got a peek?
I guess I got a peek, and I got a unintentional feel because I was down on the ground selling.
By the way, this is why he grew
He
the
did
beard.
a front flip leg drop, and somehow his leg hit me, but then something else hit my jaw, and I'm like, oh hell no, that was it. That show was it. That was the legend. So
You also said your dream...
Dude, in our group chat, somebody posted that.
And I just want to go back just to throw some respect on Too Cold Scorpio's name. I've recently gone back and watched him even as Flash Funk. Incredibly. It's
innovative and way ahead of his time.
And also hearing this about his cock, now I'm like, okay, that's why he never got jacked. If you have a cock like that, you don't... if you're a neighborhood guy getting pussy, when the legend of that cock gets out, you don't ever have to lift a weight.
And you're also not getting on the gas because you don't want to...
Yeah, you certainly don't want to risk any issues with the cock. If you've got a cock like that, you preserve that.
But Willie had told me that story in the wild.
Okay.
When I had mentioned that I was
Okay.
calling Colt's flashlight Scorpio.
Sure.
So when I saw that, so then somebody sent it with a group chat, and Willie back just respond in a audio message. That's the only way he responds. He's like, "Man, I know the motherfuckers are gonna make that a clip."
Of course he was. It's about giant cocks. That sells on the internet. Also, throw this out there. Where is JCW going to be, Zach?
Oh, we are going to be coming out to, Harrington, can you just get it up for me? Because I don't have my phone on me. But we are going to be I know we're in Minneapolis. I know we are in Omaha, Nebraska. And then we have some other dates. If you just go to...
By the way, the steakhouses in Omaha, Nebraska, you think they're going to be cheaper? No.
I'm not going to have time. It's going to be...
In and out.
Oh, boy. These fucking schedules.
All right.
They're really fucking pressing on your boy. But yes, I will be on tour JCW. Yeah, there we go. And scroll down. I'm starting on the 17th.
Brooklyn Bowl.
I will be in Omaha, Nebraska, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
When's the one in Jersey?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's
SummerSlam
GCW
weekend, right?
Yeah, SummerSlam weekend.
And then I think I'm gonna come hang for that.
Yeah,
'Cause
we'll
I
be
wanna
there
hang
for
out with you.
we're having a tournament of death match.
Yeah. And then I think me and
super
you
fun.
are gonna hang out all night, probably do a lot of drugs and go to Bloodsport in the morning.
And that's exactly what I was planning on.
Yeah.
And if you want to see me online, go to Instagram at Zach is not funny or punchuplive.com/Zac Amico.
There you go. And Harrington, what are our Armored League dates coming up?
I know we got. I was actually just texting.
And Zach, you need to come to the next live Armored League event.
I'd like that a lot.
In New York City. I think particularly like a smaller one, like you will have such a good time with this thing. It's so fucking
I'll
fun.
be there.
Well, the next big one that we're doing is going to be in September for the Armored League. It's the return of the Spark Weight, so it's going to be our boy Johnny Porter defending his title. I believe
Love
Sam
Johnny.
Ride is making his second ever trip.
By the way, the
the United States.
two funnest guys in this sport to hang out with
for sure
are going to fight each other.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, just signed is the AMMA champion Taylor Jones, who we saw in Perryville.
Oh, this is a man, Zach. This dude he was landing face kicks in full armor.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah. No, this guy's real deal. So we're very excited about that. Abib Mitchell, the champion of the first Gladiator. So that one's going to be very fun. I believe that one's also going to be back in American Dream.
Okay.
That's coming up in September. And then we got another one for Roger in Perryville in October.
Great. So go check that out. All of that's going to be available on thearmoredleague.com, correct?
The Armored League event is going to be that'll be on the armoredleague.com.
And we'll
Fifth
tweet
Company
about
Brewing for the show in October.
Yeah, we'll tweet about that, and then you have
Blood
Justin
and Suds
Silver down
3.
there. You have Justin Silver down there this weekend.
This weekend, Justin Silver, Josie Marcelino, and Wolfgang Hunter. Tickets available at fifthcompanybrewing.com.
All right, thanks, folks. Good night. All right, that was super fun, Zach. Thanks.
Thank you, man. That was so much fun.